Hi guys, I'm Sherri with the Bridge Builders at Diversity. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Also, don't forget to check out Jody's videos on drug addiction. Today I want to share a story after my son was born. He was born late November, and as you know, Christmas is right around the corner. My mother-in-law did not accept my son. She literally came with no gifts for him at Christmas time. Was addressed by my husband at the time, and so she had told him, oh, I'm gonna get him a bond, it just hasn't come in yet. And then Valentine's Day, her and my father-in-law came over and again brought gifts, candy, and everything for the other three people in the family, and absolutely nothing for Nathan, my son with disabilities. So I talked to my father-in-law and I told him, if they can't come with gifts for everybody in the family, they don't bother. And he told my mother-in-law, as they were leaving, he left with the gifts. She was kind of confused because she had been talking to my older son while I talked to him. She doesn't have the best civility. Be nice. So they leave, and I called my husband at the time at work and told him what had happened, and he said, oh, you don't know what you just did to my father. And I was like, you don't know what you just did to your son. As parents, you need to stick up for your children with disabilities. They're not going to have a voice in this world, especially people with disabilities who don't have the gift of speech. You really need to be their voice and stand up for them when family members are not doing the right thing. Granted, I know that can be tricky at times, but they're your child and they don't have a voice. They're not going to grow up to be able to have a voice, some of them, so you need to provide that for them. I feel I did the right thing in standing up for my son, and I think it was also an example to my older son to make sure he knows that he needs to stand up for his brother when people are not treating him correctly. And you don't have to be mean, you don't have to scream and yell. Just tell people like it is in a nice way, and try and educate them. But it's just not right to do that to somebody or anybody. People do it all the time, but it's very important for people who don't have a voice to stand up for them, and I thought it was important. After that, they did start giving gifts, sometimes not always equal gifts, but they at least showed up with something for my other son. What are you gonna do? I'll always be his voice and his advocate, and I want to empower parents to do the same for their children. I know sometimes you're going to be in situations where it's going to be scary to do so, but don't be afraid to do the right thing and do it with civility and peace and calm in your heart, and educate people. Again, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and I wish you guys the best. Love ya.